Guys, I'm this hour from HKExcel. So in this video, I'm going to show you my exact strategy on how did I get level 7 in IB Math. So just a bit introduction. So back in high school, my math grade was really poor. So I was failing my IB Math and my score was usually around like 40 to 50%. But finally I worked hard and I realized how important math would affect my life. Then I applied like sort of some strategies and also some studying techniques, and finally I succeed to get over 90% in my IB Math grade. So in this video I'm going to show you 3 steps, and after you learn all this you will be able to master IB Math. Okay, so let's go to the first step. So what is the first step? Okay, first step is to set goals. Okay, so basically by setting goals I mean you need to know like what percentage of the score you need to get a level 7 in IB Math, right? So first you need to do is check the grade boundaries. For example, if you're doing Math Standard level, then you have to check IB Math Standard level grade boundaries, and also if you're doing like IB Math higher level, then you need to check the grade boundaries. So obviously for higher level math the grade boundary would be lower, yeah, because it's more competitive. And secondly, you need to set goals on your practice, right? So you have to practice at least 10 years of past paper questions in order to score a level 7 in IB Math. So I'm going to show you why is that later, because most of the time IB Math questions, they are quite repetitive. So if you do like 10 years, this time frame would be able to cover like all kinds of like question types. So let me show you the example. So for example, like 2015 specimen paper. So you can see that this question is about statistics, okay? And the question is asking you about like the mean and the standard deviation after like changing the set of data, right? So what is the new mean, new standard deviation, and also what is the new variance, okay? So and then let us move on to 2018 question paper. Then you get what I'm talking about. So data has n items, right? And the sum of the item is 800 and mean is 20, and the standard deviation of the data set is 3. So if all multiplied by 10, then you can see what is the new mean, what is the new variance. So 2018 questions asking the similar like type of questions as in like 2015. So that's why the power of doing the past paper questions will be able to help you consolidate your knowledge, but also sometimes you can tip the questions. The exact same questions might appear in your coming exam. And second step is practice with the right materials. So many students use the textbook questions to practice, and they think they did the work already. And after they revise all the textbook questions, and they slack off. So and usually with this strategy, you can only at most get level 5 in your IB Math, because the IB questions in textbook, they're not updated and they're not made by IBO, okay, IB organization. So obviously you have to do the questions that is set by the organization, right? So that obviously is the IB past paper question. So practice only the real IB exam questions. And thirdly, you have to time yourself when you practice, okay? So for example, if you're doing like 2018 past paper, so paper 1, so you will have like 19 minutes to finish the paper. If you spend all day, for example, like maybe 10 hours to finish the paper, it doesn't make sense, and it won't, even you get it all right, you won't be able to get IB level 7, right? Because you have to finish within the time frame, okay, which is 90 minutes for paper 1 and 19 minutes for paper 2. So which is 1 mark for 1 minute, okay? Because you would know you have 90 marks and you only have 90 minutes, okay? So for example, if you are given a 6-mark questions, so your maximum time is to spend on this question can only be 6 minutes, okay? So that's how you time yourself, because I know that you're busy and you won't be able to do the full paper all the time, because the full paper will take you 1.5 hours, right? Okay, so last but not least, step 3. So you will have to find a tutor or friend who can help you out if you're bad at IB Math. So for example, if you're right now like level 3 or 4 and IB exam is coming in 3 months time, in that case then you won't be able to cram yourself up with all the chapters, because there are like over 30 to 40 chapters. Like in just it's just a matter of few months, you won't be able to learn all the stuff. So in that case, if you want to speed up your learning curve, then you will need to find a tutor who is experienced in the IB curriculum, and they can show you like how to do the questions and also exam techniques. So that's what we call the success modelings, because you learn from people who really succeed in the IB exam. So for example, if you find tutor in HKExcel, they all got level 7 in IB Math, or relevant like A grade in the math exam, in the public exam. So in that case, they will be able to help you like how to do the questions, because they have done it done it themselves before, and also they score really well, extremely well in their exam back in high school. And after that, in university, they also study math or engineering related subjects. So in that case, their memory won't fade out, because if you're good at math, but after that in the university, for example, you study philosophy, then you might forget all of the math knowledge and also like the techniques, right? After like maybe 3 to 4 years. So, and also the notes is very important, because that is what your friends won't be able to help you out for that. So they might be able to help you like a few questions, like teach you how to do like some challenging questions, or maybe a question that you ask them, but they won't be able to help you to make like a full sorted by chapter notes. So that is very important in the terms of like studying and also revision, because you will need a sorted by chapter notes and also relevant question banks for specific chapters in order to practice. So for example, like topic 1, topic 2, like topic 2 functions, right? You like someone to group all the topic 2 functions questions for you, and you can just practice that. So after you practice all those questions, you know that you mastered the IB exam already. And then finally, the exam techniques is also extremely important, because you would like to know like how to like tackle the exam in a correct way, and also in a level 7 way. So some students might just write out the answer when they tackle the questions, or maybe in paper 2 questions they use like paper 1 like solve it by hand, but actually they can use the GDC to solve it. So if you use the GDC to solve it, it will take maybe just 3 to 4 minutes, but if you solve it by hand, it would take you an hour. So that is like the kind of the techniques that we want to show you guys. Okay, and also I have one more free gifts for you guys. So that is our IB Math question bank. So you can download it for free. So basically we have 100 sorted by topic question banks. So for example, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, all sorted by chapters, and also with the mark scheme. So you can practice on your own. So, but this is not the full set, because like this is just like 100 questions. Obviously you won't be able to get level 7 by practicing 100 questions, but like you can join our free trial lessons online if you want to like get more question banks. But yeah, so how do you download the IB Math question bank? So you can just go to this link, HKExcel.org/free resources. So by going to that link, then you can just click download, then you immediately get the IB Math notes. Okay, so I'll show you right now. So it's very, very simple steps. So for example, you go to HKExcel.org, right? And then you can just go to free resources under the more column. When you get to this page, then you will see IB Math question book. So just click here for free downloads, just click right here, then you can get immediate access to our IB Math questions banks for like 104 pages in total. Like there are 100 sorted by chapter questions. So I hope you guys will find it helpful, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email us.